Okay, let's just get right into it. Let's see here. Alright, the little fire strike in the beginning. I think this is fine. Already? Okay, off to a good start. You immediately use your fire strike. I want fire strike to always be on cooldown. Okay, playing this corner, very aggressive. I don't know where they are. I guess they're really scared of the Doom, but let's just see how it plays out. Ooh, you got charged. Okay, let's go back a little bit then. So to start off, whenever you're getting charged at, it is always, or not always, but most of the time, it's better to counter charge. I think you may have got caught out, maybe, but in that instance, I think it would have been better for you to counter charge. Secondly, you are pushed up a little far. I don't really blame you though, because most of the time you're allowed to hold here because your team is usually over here, but for some reason they're not. So just be a little careful. I would say that you were kind of out of position. Let's see. Let's see if you make it out of that. Okay, you're healed, but they get a pick. And especially since they charged you out, I think now you should definitely be backing up. Okay. There's a Doomfist behind. I don't know if you hear that. It's not really your job to deal with that, but let's see. Really start off, I think. You're a little far away from the people you're kind of supposed to be shielding. You kind of back up to point, which is good, but you kind of leave your team behind with you. I think you go in to help them, I guess. Oh, you hit the charge. Now you're just battling out. You get the Rhine, but yeah, it's already too late. Okay, so the very first things is that you're a little split from your team. Like immediately, right? There's two paths your teams go, or your team goes, right? Or yeah, you go to the left, you go to the right. At this moment, you should see that everything is happening over here. If anything, right? I guess you do kind of try to go over there. But I think you should have been on that side earlier, probably. I guess it's arguable that this is kind of disadvantageous spot, right? But most of the time, you always kind of want to be with your team no matter what, or at least in line of sight. Like, for example, over here, right? It's okay to hold here if your team is like over here, right? Because this is a really easy line of sight. Really easy to get to you, really easy to help, kind of at least. Of course it depends, but most of the time this is a pretty good spot. But for some reason, right, they're just all over here. And you're alone here. Luckily your Zarya isn't leaving you, but it's something to keep in mind. This Hanzo's just out of position, he's not your problem. But eventually you kind of all come back together. Honestly, these healers are in a really bad spot. Right? But I guess that kind of encourages you more to help them. But yeah, let's see what happens. So I think basically what happened is that they had full momentum and everyone was just constantly out of position on your team. There are probably ways you could have helped, right? So for instance right here, maybe like countercharging could have like stopped their momentum a little bit, right? But at least you'll live. Okay, that's a good thing. But their Hanzo dies, or your Hanzo dies, right? That's kind of out of your control. So now you have a new position, 5v6. I'd play a little more conservatively, closer together, right? And with the team. And you need to keep them alive. Like, if they're out in the open, right, like right here, you kind of just have to run at them and just do something to help. Especially how oblivious they are. But it is really important to get a good position to at least maybe possibly save some people, but due to them being severely out of position, like 2 people die, and then yeah, you lose the point. Anyways, moving on. Okay, following main, that's good. So you should be pushing up, preferably to this corner. Okay, yeah, this is fine, this is fine. Where's your fire strike? There you go. Everything else happening behind you kind of doesn't matter. It just depends on whether or not you can get help or not. I'd assume, like, in this corner, you'd be pretty okay, but I don't know. If you ever get into big trouble, you basically just back up and, like, hide over here, right? This is a really good spot. This is why this corner is, like, corners in Overwatch are really, really good, because, like, you basically just have free defense every single place. And it's really, really important to utilize the corners as Reinhardt, because your shield is incredibly important. It's an incredibly important resource. But let's see what happens here. Ooh, that was big. That was good. That was good. It was on 1 HP though. I need to look at that again though. I need to see it all happen in real time. Okay, so you're swinging, and you just hit it. I feel like it was kind of an RNG shatter, but nevertheless, it was still pretty good. You died, unfortunately, though. I guess you did it, yeah, because it felt a little random to me. Like, you just kind of caught him off guard, but you also died in the process because you were really low. Maybe it was like a panic shatter or something, but it was almost good. It was almost good. I'd have to talk to you to see if you were, like, really thinking about it or not. You're coming back, though. Okay, so let's see how you deal with this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Zarya dead. Okay, now you push. You should know at this point that their Reinhardt has Shatter, 100%. So you should be pretty aware of that. Okay. Okay, it's a nice pick. Playing the corner, good. Swinging, like I said, you should be really aware. I like how immediately you shield for the McCree. That is really good. All you have to do is shield. Okay? You should know that the Reinhardt has Shatter, at the bare minimum. It would have been nice if you could have countercharged here, but this probably was like way too fast, so it's okay. But you pushed up pretty far, I think. I don't know. It's kind of a hard spot because I don't really blame you. That's the thing. Like, technically you're like really up on advantage right now, and they're all dying. Like Zarya's almost dead, but then yeah, you get caught out. I guess I don't know. I'd have to see if you do that sort of thing more and more. So we'll see. Yeah, now Reinhardt Shatter. He shatters 6. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 smiley face. They used every ult in the game. Okay. Okay. Looks like you're doing a regroup. That's good. You have to push out for them. Oh, you win this. You just swing. You just keep swinging. Oh, and you're nanoed. That was... I think that was fine. I like the intuition from you. Yeah, you just keep swinging. Okay. I think that's maybe fine. Yeah, just play really defensive right now. You have no need to fight, really. Okay, you're chilling. Alright. Think you're holding back here a little bit. Let's see if you actually push up or not. You know what? No, it's fine now. It's fine. Oh, now you go up. Okay, so a good thing to do, just like a really general rule of thumb, is that wherever their Rhine is where you like kind of should be, right? So if their Rhine is main and pushing up here, you should kind of be like matching them on a corner, like this one, like right here. If your team is a bit more coordinated, then you could go all the way back here, but generally speaking, you should kind of be matching their Reinhardt's position most of the time. You should be challenging him most of the time. But yeah, hiding behind the cart is a really good spot, so you can just do that. I don't know if you're using Fire Strike or not. Okay. Okay, shield for him. Okay, nice. Didn't countercharge again. Like, okay, so this is a really good example, like, this is a really, really good moment to countercharge. I guess maybe you would have killed him, but he would have been stunned, and your entire team would have been able to kill him like a lot faster. Of course, he still died really quickly, but there's like a light chance that maybe he kills someone with him. Countercharging is really, really good, especially if your entire team is like on top of you. So it's just another thing to keep in mind. I think you're holding a good enough spot here, because I don't think you should have gone all the way up here, so. Ooh, that... You gotta pick. Oh, man. I really like how you're holding the corners. That lets me know that you're, like, not terrible. Like, corner management is really, really important, especially on main tank. I don't really blame you for holding it, I guess, but I think for me personally, like, I hold that corner until there's like just people right here, then you're like in a really bad spot. Like anyone over there, it's a lot better to just fall back to this corner. Like it's like it happens really quickly. God, it happens really, really, really quickly, right? But like, I'd say this is like it's okay, this is okay, right? And then very, very suddenly, they all collapse on you, and like they have this entire angle here to basically just like launch on you, especially with their tanks. So I guess I'd just say this is a really risky corner to hold. But generally speaking, really, really generally, if there's anyone like over here, I kind of abandon holding that one. You do get a pick though, so that's nice. You might get out. You get out. Oh, wow. Another little tip is that most of the time, Reinhardt's usually shatter after the other shatter. So that I don't know why, it's just something people do. I hear that maybe it gets a lot more different in really higher ranks, like only bad Reins do that, but it's just something to hold out for. Whenever you shatter, right, always shield up right after it, because most of the time they're looking for their own shatter. It's just something that happens. But yeah. Yeah. And then you got hacked. That's oh, but you live. Should have been swinging a bit more there. Now you go in. A little late to the party though. There's a man there? Oh, you go for the Sombra? Okay. Usually don't go for flanks like that. Like I said, you should be matching the Reinhardt. You should be battling their Reinhardt. Okay, now you're being a little aggressive. Oh, you just kill him. you just kill him. Okay. I guess it works out then. So I'll be waiting for some fire strikes. Okay. Fire strike usage seems good. It seems pretty good. Oh, you're going for something, Mimi. Oh. That's unfortunate. I think that was alright. I don't know. It's really, really risky to do those sorts of plays. It's really good though. Like, it could be really good. But it really just depends on if your team is with you or not. Because to close that distance is like, this is 1 billion kilometers right here. Like, it's really hard to close that. Safely, at least, in those moments. But you got hacked randomly. I guess just be more mindful of their Sombra. Lol. Oh, you're in a flank. Wait, you're in. Who cares? Just keep swinging. Oh, never mind. Okay. You're in a safe spot. Oh. Oh, yeah, they're all dead. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh, she grabs. That wasn't that nice. Oh, God, we always... 20 seconds is so much. Why is there not a 10-second one? It's obnoxious. Sorry. Okay. So you try to save Mercy. Doesn't... That's okay. You need to go catch the cart. That's fine. Right? So you fire strike. Swinging, swinging. Watch out, you're behind shields. You get the kill, though. That's really, really big. You just have to stay alive now. Yeah, you just chill. Just chillax. Just chillax. Yeah, okay. You can go. You can do whatever you want now. They're basically all dead. Like, when their Rhine dies, there's free reign to basically do whatever you want most of the time. Most of the time. Oh my god. Okay, you skill issued their Reinhardt. That's nice. I think... Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad. All I'd say is just be careful of their shatter. But I think you caught him off guard, which is why that worked. Usually, like, ulting right in the, like, frenzy panic parts is, like... I think you kind of catch them off guard. But whatever. That's besides the point. That's good. Not bad. The most obvious things... You seem to be fire striking pretty good. The most obvious things, I guess, is countercharging and matching your team. Okay. We have a Junkrat. That sucks. I'm sorry. You might get full held here, actually. It's an Eichenwald moment if you do. Already immediately purpled. Their tanks are kind of... Okay, so... First thing I notice... Let's see what you do here, actually. Okay, you kind of chillax a little bit. Oh, but you push up. That's really, really good. You need to get out of that choke point. That choke point is terrible. I really like how you just immediately push up. You don't wait. That's nice. It's a nice thing. Okay. You kind of fight alone. You should be with your team again. You're a little low, but I can understand how you might not know what to do. So, in this moment, right, when you take the space, you should just be walking, right? Okay, now there's like the entire team. So, at this point, you should check around the corner, and like this is a really, really good spot for you to go forward, I think, because your team. So you have two healers here. You have your Zarya here. There's only Sig and there's Junk, and their healers are on the right. You have a flank on the right. You don't really need to know that, right? But at least the pressure, most of it is going to be like, this is going to be like the highest pressure point, like right here. But you have an opening right here, like right on this spot. Sure, they have a Sigma and a Junkrat, but with the rest of your team, I think you could like win out that battle. Instead, though, you get a little caught out by their McCree. Right, and your Zarya is just left waiting. Like she can't do it by herself, but you probably could have, maybe. What definitely would have helped as well for like pushing through these points is just saying I'm going or something, or like letting your team know, shot calling that like you're gonna go now. Now it gets a bit harder because like all of them are now like looking down this choke point, so it's gonna be harder to make a play. But let's see what happens. Yeah, especially they're all there now. But you get flanks. Oh, this is a good opening right here. You kind of push forward. Let's see it. You're taking space. You should be challenging their Sigma now. Oh, this is a really good spot for you. So now, instead of them like having the entire point, they're getting cut off. And they're getting put on like the right side of the map right now. You should be pressuring them a lot more here. I don't think you're holding close enough. Oh, that is really sad. Oh, you still win, I think. Yeah, you still win. Still win, the smiley face. Okay, you hit a charge. That was good. Probably don't swing at them. Yeah, okay. You just hold them off. Sig is 1. You're still swinging over there. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's kind of a brawl right now, so I think you're good to do that. You hit a good shatter. This is fine. Ah, that was close. What's happening? Why are they all up here, man? Yeah, you just run away. Now is the time you run. It's a little too late, I guess. Oh! Oh my god. No! Why did you turn around? You could have made it. You could have made it. Oh, that gets her. That just sucks. Oh, and they get picks. So you don't push up here. You just kind of chillax. There's a chunk behind. That's weird. Whatever. Yeah, you just stay in this corner. Oh, back up. Oh, no, you're dead. I think at that moment, you were a little out of position. So when you're on a die, like 2 picks like that should basically be a call to just like wait and chillax a little bit. Like, I don't know. I guess you take a lot of damage really, really quickly, right? But I think you were pushed up too far here. Like, you definitely should have just been waiting for like your teammates to respawn. They use more ults though. They don't get kills. You get junk. You have spawn advantage. It's looking good. They just keep feeding though. Should kind of stop doing that. Oh. You're fighting the Sig? Oh, but you go in. Oh, and you get a big shatter. That's nice. Okay. Okay. Something interesting I'm starting to notice. Oh, you're just killing them now. Yeah, that was pretty good. yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, that was pretty true. That's pretty true. Oh, you get the charge. That was a good charge. Oh. How did you kill 0? What? Oh, I think it's fine to push a cart, because this cart is actually a really, really safe spot. It's actually unbelievable how, like, safe you can be in this area, I think. Like, there's only 2 of you, like, Ana and you, and I think you're chilling. Oh, and you get another shatter. That's good. Glad you're not missing shatters on the Sigma. Oh, that kills her. It sucks. What is he doing there? Oh my god. Oh, he almost did pretty well there. Okay. Okay, nice. You supported your Ana. That's really good. Now you went for the charge. That was not bad, actually. Oh, their Ana is gone. Okay. How do you have shatter again, you freak? Okay. Oh, there's a lot going on here. I think your play there was actually good. I think it was. Okay. So, to start off, I was gonna say that you should definitely push up, because, like, in these moments here, right, where you like kill everyone, you always, or not always, or most of the time, you kind of want to push up to their closest choke point, or the farthest choke point you can, and hold them, especially in these doors. These doors are so good. These are the most insane choke points they're just really, really good. So holding them like at these doors is just really nice plus. I think fighting in Junkrat was fine though. Right. And I think I see you're like starting to do it, but immediately, right, you turn around and see that your Ana's getting like attacked. I think that's a good thing, because there's only 3 of you, so I shouldn't let her die. True, she's like really important, is it not? So that's good, right? And then you charge, and that charge was like kind of insane, actually. It was really, it's like almost considered ballsy, or it is ballsy, but like it was a really good play, I think. Really catch them off guard, especially since you don't die. I guess it could have gone really, really wrong, but it just looked like a really nice charge, so I don't know. It was really, really aggressive, but I think it caught them off guard really well. And look, like, because of that charge, you kind of like opened up this area and pushed them to the corners, I think. And I think it's a lot more different than them being like all right here. Oh, especially with this ultimate. Like, yeah, you kind of own them. You die, but there's enough of your team to follow up on your like recklessness. I guess that's another thing, right? Like, you decided to do that aggressive play when your entire team was back. I don't know if you thought of that consciously or not, or you like felt it in your bones, but like when you make this much space, or when you do these overly super aggressive charges, it creates a lot of space. It like makes a vacuum. So something needs to fill that up. So it's either going to be like your team or your dead body, but luckily it was your team this time, right? So in that charge, people started like moving in. You cut off their team in half, right? Zarya came in. She killed the Sig. And she killed the Junk as well. And it was just a big brawl. You made it a nice brawl. It was a good wall by them. Yeah, you charge. That's nice. Good. Okay. Standard. Let's see if he loses. They have a flank. You're helping with the flank. That's fine. Miss a charge, but it's fine. Oh, he gets out. Maybe it wasn't fine, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Okay, you back up. You leave. Yeah, she's dead. Who cares? Yeah, you're kind of just leaving. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You should be shielding them, though. Even though he's really... Oh. And that's what you get for being a good person. I don't know what's going to happen. How do I call it? I'm just going to call this for fun right now. Let's see it. They have one ult. You have a few. This point is easier to be in better position in, and your team seems to be out of position most of the time. So I think I'm leaning on like a 56% chance you win. Or maybe, yeah, 56% chance. I really don't know, though. I think because, like, it's a review, it makes me think that it's going to be a loss or something. But let's see here. Okay, nice. Okay, so now you're following your team a little bit. Kind of defending them. Oh. Oh, this is big. Oh, yeah, they're all fucking dead. Okay. So I guess I was right. It's a lot easier to be in better position in this map because it's literally just more closed in, and good positioning is basically being with your entire team. Let's see what happens, though. You can still lose. Swinging on the tanks, I think that's fine. I understand you're trying to shield, but you're not shielding much, not gonna lie. Oh, you actually lost. Wow, that's incredible. Wow, that happened really quickly. Okay, let's back up a little bit. Okay, so you charge in. Not gonna lie, this charge was a little ballsy, especially with their Mephisto, right? But you're swinging. You hold back the tanks, which is fine, right? But here, I think you could have helped a lot. No, I think they just had better ults, actually. That's unfortunate. Like, let's see what you could have done here. Yeah, like, okay. I think in this moment, if you could have, you could have been like calling, like, okay, I'm gonna go to help me hold this, help me hold the spawn door, or you could have just went up there yourself, right? Because I think I don't know. It's kind of a hard spot, but it was kind of too late. Because I think if you were to like hold this choke point a little better, your team could have focus fired it a bit more, and maybe the Sig could have died. But that's too particular, I guess. It's not really that helpful. I don't know. It's kind of out of your control moment though. Like this had better ults, I think. I guess. Well, another thing then. If they had better ults, then you guys probably shouldn't have used 5 here. Oh, you shatter here. I see. Now I think this is actually. I just realized. I can't believe I didn't notice this, but you shouldn't have shattered here. This is not the. You used how many ultimates? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ultimates all at once. 5. 5 ultimates. 5 ultimates in one fight. Yeesh. Now you understand if your teammates use it because they're your teammates, but oh man, you really needed to conserve your ultimate there. Because I think if you had like, Shatter is a really good ult, especially with their sort of composition. I don't know how much it would have changed though necessarily. Like, I guess if you didn't shatter them, they will. That's just, I don't know. That's a really hard call because maybe if you're just telling me that you're shattering to make them get hit by the high noon, then I could understand a bit more, right? It's just the thing is that left you in a really, really bad spot because of it. Every single ultimate, like. Maybe here you could have been calling to your team like, "Oh, guys, let's only use these 2 ultimates. Only use these. Only use these." Right? But at this moment, right, it was just ult advantage for them. Yeah, it was just ult advantage. And you didn't take up this space. Like this is amazing space to be taking up. You shouldn't be backing up here. I think that split decision to back up a little bit and to use too many ults made it a lot harder to win this point. Okay, so basically, I did pretty good. Nothing super, super terrible. I feel like in this review I was a bit more nitpicky, which is kind of a good thing, which could also be a bad thing, but there were still some glaring issues that I think you can still work on. At the very bottom in information, I couldn't tell if you were really aware of where your teammates were or not. And that's just a really important thing to keep in mind, especially since if you're a main tank. There's a lot of times where I feel like you're out of position mainly just because you either don't know where your teammates are or maybe you just don't think you need them. But besides that, that's information. You did fine on everything else. Just a little quick reminder, sound is incredibly important in Overwatch. So at all times you should kind of know what's going on just based off of the sound. That's just a quick little thing. Moving on to logistics. In the very first, you did pretty fine. It reminds me of the very first point where your teammates were out of position, and I feel like you kind of went around instead of cutting through to help them. It depends on whether or not, or it depends on what you were actually thinking at that moment. But if you wanted to help your teammates, that was definitely a problem of logistics then. You should have been there a lot quicker. Going on to positioning, again, I feel like you were out of position a lot. Sometimes I feel like you were really aggressive. Sometimes I feel like you could have been doing a little bit more. But mainly, you were kind of out of position in terms of your teammates. And like mainly in the first point, like that was like the clearest example to me of you kind of left your teammates to die. So just in general, try to be a bit more aware of where your teammates are, and how you match their positioning in a sense. Moving on, for action, I think you missed counter charges, but the fire strikes and shatters seem to be fine. Just other than that, the Rhine counter shattering on third point is just something to keep in mind. Just try to remember that whenever you shatter and their Reinhardt is still up, they might just counter shatter right after. And that is it. Good job.